Hello everyone, my name is Bilge and my teammates Bayram and Umay. We are here to present our data sets. When we first started to select the data set, we decided which topic to choose first. As a result of the decisions we made, we wanted to find data on this issue as our team leader works in the field of aerospace. Due to our course line, we would like to choose supervised model because we will be educated in this way. We made sure that our data was large enough, relevant, and accurate. First, we found a data called flight tracking, but we gave up on this data due to the definition of the data and some irrelevant content. And we found many data like this, but in the end, we managed to find the most suitable data for us. Now, my friend Umay, continue.
Hello everyone. We choose this data set, which we think is good for our research on this subject. We tested the data set on Orange. The result we got were good, but the data set had 9 features and 2 of them were metadata. That's why we did another dataset search on this topic and we found this dataset. Our dataset 28 features, 5 of them metadata.
We can give some information about the dictionary, about the explanation of our dataset features with their meanings. There are so we can if you want I can tell them, but
okay, features are understandable, but what is the target of that data?
Okay, we will continue with that part actually. Firstly, we import the data set on the Orange.
Can you make it full screen?
Yes, sir. We import our data sets on the Orange and we examined our data with the data info command. And we saw that, as Umay said, there are 29 columns and there are nearly around 500,000 rows samples. And actually there are 19 numeric and 5 categorical features. Also, we have 5 metadata in our data set. We choose this data set because, as mentioned, in the first data set we found, there are not much features exist. So we found a data set with more features exist. So in the examination of data sets, we firstly examined with the data table, and actually we saw that there is no missing data in our data set. So we hope this could be a good thing because this means it could be less effort. We will spend less effort to manipulate the data set. And actually, there are 2 ways to find the targets in this data set because there are 19 numerical and the 5 classification. Yes, categorical features. Firstly, I would like to mention about the classification-based targets. We thought that we could choose airlines company as a target because there are 12 airlines company considered on this data set according to their delay time. So when we examine that, we see there is a unbalanced relationship between these airlines company and number of samples of these airlines company. So according to that, we would like to ask a question about this actually to you, sir.
Yes, please. Yes.
If we manage that each class has equal or close sample number, can we obtain balanced data set? Yeah, such as if we make a threshold around there and vanish the, for example, Frontier Airlines data from the data set.
Okay, I understood. Yes. So basically, you are saying that for the very low values, you can remove this label from data set. For the higher values, you can just decrease the number of the samples from the higher number classes, right? Then how many, as far as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes would end up with, right?
Yes, sir.
And the total number of samples will be down to how many?
Around 250,000.
No, after deleting the labels, removing these labels. So what is that red line crosses on the left side? I cannot read because.
Actually, around 50,000, sir. 50,000.
50,000. So from 5 classes, each would be 50K, right?
Yes, sir.
So on total 250,000 samples.
Sir.
It could be, but is there a logical relationship between is that cancellations or what? I don't know what you are looking for, but you are trying to predict the airline, right?
Actually, according to this flight distance, air time, actual arrive time.
But do you think that it's reasonable for you as a human being? If I say that my company will fly from Ankara to Istanbul, do you think that, can you predict which company is that?
Actually, there is a feature about the a delay feature, a carrier delay feature, which means this is based on carrier caused delay. So we thought that maybe we could predict which company. This is just a question, sir.
Okay, I'll try to give you the basics, how to select the target value. So target value should be correlated with positive or negative with the features. So you need to believe in that the features can explain the target value. Remember that R square, for example, so it explains the variance in the, the input and the target value. So do you think that the name of the company is really related with the features you are showing right now? Do you believe that?
Actually,
I don't think so, because there are many features that it's unrelated. It could be any company, because right?
There's just carrier delay could be
but
reasonable, but there's only one. Okay.
I think this data set is designed for, I believe, to predict the cancellation time or duration of.
Yes. I will continue with that actually. In the second option,
yes,
we thought that we could use a regression-based target as an actual arrive time, and we select 18 features for the initial observation. Of course, when we do that in the scatter plots, we observe a good distribution according to scheduled arrive time and the air time of the of the planes, actually. When we select the actual arrive time as a target. So we would like to continue with actually regression-based model.
But actual arrive time is just the time, right? I mean the hours, right? So there is, it does not tell the delay. Am I right?
Can I show the data?
Yes.
With the details. Sorry. Okay. In the arrive time.
Yes, on the right side.
Arrive time, yes.
It's already selected.
Arrive time. As you can see, sir, there is a 4 digits, and so they show the as a clock.
What's the scale for it? So is it not hours? Is it what? In minutes?
Hours and minutes. Yes.
Okay.
Hour, minutes. Yes, sir.
So I think depart time is similar.
Yes, sir. These are similar. Depart time.
Is there any delay information?
Yes, sir. These are the arrive delay, for example, in a minute.
Okay. So basically, you can try to predict the delay time. Is it possible? Or delay time? Yes, one of them is that.
Actually, we have many opportunity about this data. We thought that we could predict arrive time, arrive delay, or departure delay, departure time.
Or their causes, actually.
Also, there are causes are given as a minute, security delays, late aircraft delays.
But always remember the basic question. By using the features as a human being, do you think that you can explain the target value?
I think in this case, I think yes, because
for example, I will let you remember something. For in that data set, do we have the weather condition, weather report?
No, sir.
So do you understand why I ask this? For example, in the winter time, right? Most of the time, I believe the delays could happen, or some holiday seasons, the delays can be, right, much more than the usual time, regular times. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So I don't know, in that data set, do you have any such metadata?
There are just the airport's information and the tail number of the aircraft.
Okay, maybe if you want to predict the, for example, takeoff delay, right? Takeoff delay.
Yes.
You might like to add the, for example, the weather condition at the airport at this date. I think this data set has some data about the flight date, right? Flight date.
Flight date.
Yes, you have the date, I see. So maybe you can use an online weather website to collect the, for example, if it is snowy, rainy at that airport city, for example. Then you can add as a new feature to that data set. Then you can predict the delay in takeoff.
Can we, could we predict with the reasons? I think reasons are also, for example, where there is a delay caused of weather.
Yes, but
in minutes.
I am again Bayram. Pay attention that. Do you think that is there some features really you can connect to these decisions? Is there any weather information in your features? If
no,
there is
sir.
no information, how can you predict it?
Actually, you will...
Always ask the same question to you. To predict a target value, do you have enough information in your data set, in the features? If it is not, then machine learning cannot help you. If the information is not in your data set, so it is useless to use a machine learning algorithm, right? There should be some features you believe that are related with the target value. Can you tell me a reasonable subset of the features which can really help you to predict if the delay is because of weather condition? Is there any?
I think arrive time is connected with the scheduled arrive time and the air time of the plane. But
of course, if you sum up all this, you can find the result, but you don't need machine learning for that, just summation, right? Yes. Takeoff time plus the air time is the arrival time. Am I right? It's basic mathematics. You don't need machine learning in that case. And the other features, you don't use any other features. Do you understand my questions, your team members? Do you understand my basic question?
Yes, I understand. We choose this data set because our team leader said I'm working
I understand.
in this field.
Try to use this data set, but try to logical.
Yes, we believe the Bayram choose the related features to predict. You know, there must be correlation between the features to achieve something.
Okay, so we just try to understand these things. For example, there are many features, but I think some of the features are unrelated with the others. Not every feature is related with everyone. It's just a collection of features, right? So it's up to you how to use this data set. All right? Okay, here we see some. For example, do you think that flight number is related with, I don't know, the delay?
No.
Tail
actually,
number.
Flight number, also we ignore this.
Okay, you will ignore because basically, as a human being, you know that it is useless as a feature, right? So do you understand that? So whenever you select a target value, this value should be related, as you can understand, related to the subset of the features. And you believe that there is some relationship and the machine learning can learn it. If there is no relation, how can machine learning make it up? It cannot make it up, right?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
We found a data set also, but it is 8 GB. We can't open in Orange data set. It is actually very good. It has weather information.
Can you use the data set partially?
Yes, but we can't open one of them.
Okay, you can open with Python, all right? You can open with Python, then you can select randomly the first, I don't know, for example, 100K samples, then save it, then try to open with Orange, and then it will work, I believe. Do you understand my suggestion?
Yes.
So you don't need to use all the data, what you have found, but you can just partially use the data set. It will work, I believe. Huh?
It has 8 years. can we use 1 year?
Yes, you can use the last 1 year or the last couple of
Also,
years, you know.
I would like to add
Okay.
something. There are 7
Yes.
million samples on that data set actually, sir.
So it's really big one.
Yes, yes. My
But
my computer was crashed.
can you still determine the target value such that it is related with the features?
Okay.
So that's the question. Otherwise, you think that you are selecting any numeric value as a regression problem, but there is not enough information in the data set, so the R square will be 0, right?
Understood. I thought that I could use regression method with the connected features. So,
but you know that most of the features here are useless. Flight number, tail number, I don't know.
there are few
Yeah, there are few.
useless actually, but I thought that I could use actual departure time or the actual arrive time as a target, and with the
But you know that the actual
these
time
are
yes, please.
but you as you said that it will be a mathematical problem calculation. So,
but maybe you try to predict if the flight is canceled or not, for example.
Yes, we thought that, but in this data set there is no any canceled flight. So,
really?
yes, yes. I can show. You see that there is no way.
None of them is canceled?
None of them, sir.
But it's strange, huh?
Strange. Also, cancellation code is
not available.
Rubbish.
Okay. So, all right. So you understand my concern, right? You cannot select randomly a target value, okay? And you cannot select a bunch of features believing that machine learning will understand and create a magical rule for you. It's impossible. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, but in the next step, what we are going to do, I can't see my site actually.
So basically, you need to find a data set that you can use in your project.
Yes.
But this is not the data set, I believe. So you have found this data set in the Kaggle website, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
On that website, did you check the code notebooks that they are using? Code only one, right? So so it is just the EDA, the explorer data analysis. You see that, so not many people pay attention to that data set because it is maybe not so usable in a regression or classification problem.
Can we show, I'm so sorry. Can we show that we canceled dataset because we found on competition site on Kaggle?
Say again?
Can we show?
No. In competition also people share a lot of things with the data set because you get points as well if you share something. So if you want, you can think on the data set more and you can come up with a relationship you believe that there is between a subset of the features and the target value. It could be classification or regression. But if you believe that you couldn't find such a reasonable relationship, then please look for new data set. And there are some data sets, I believe that they have the cancellation and other things in the these flight schedules, I believe. I have seen because I remember.
I see, sir. In the Kaggle also they tell that this is used to whether it's caused by what is the cause of this delay, but is there any possible way to
predict the cause? Is that any possible way? Is there any relationship in the features? I didn't see because. Am I right?
Yes, sir. There is no any data about weather.
So for every other group, please, every other group, I think everyone is listening right now. So I strongly suggest to analyze the features and the target. The subset of the features you found, you need to believe yourself that, ensure that there is a relation between the features and the target. Otherwise, don't begin with it. Because if you don't believe that there is a relationship, how can a machine learning explore the data and find a relationship? It is not a magical stick, right? The machine learning. It uses just statistical learning. But if there is no information in the data set, it cannot extract that information. Are we okay? Umay,
Yes, sir.
Bayram, Bilge.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So do you understand my point?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, I have some.
So you can spend more time, if you like, on that data set and come up with some idea, or you can just drop this data set and try to find a similar data set if you like.
We will reconsider again.
Okay?
Thank you.
We'll work on that.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you.